Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the last Cloudia video. My name is DK, and today we're going to be going over the newest unit that we'll be dropping actually in a couple hours. We did do a watch party, a small watch party, last minute, of course. Didn't think I was actually going to do it, but it actually was a good turnout. We did kind of go over the kit and kind of discuss, what we thought he would potentially, how well he would shine in the PvE slash PvP area. So we'll go ahead and talk about it through this video real quick. Like I said, we did talk about him quite a bit already in the previous video. He obviously is a beefy guy. We do have S1 being 5 hits. Now this guy's not going to have a lot of hit count, but we are anticipating that he's going to have some pretty strong damage. You actually in PvP you only need a couple two hits to kill somebody at some point in time. So he potentially could be something very good in PvP. Also, we don't know exactly, right? This is all just analyzing what we're looking at here. He could be terrible, right? So we really don't know until we actually have him in hand. But we do know PvE, he's going to struggle a lot because of his hit count being so low. He will have caps. 5 hit count on S1 is kind of low, honestly. 9 being on his S2, and then a total of 13 on his S3. Overall, these hit counts are just extremely low. Some things you would probably see like on a free character, like we were talking about Duran during Duran was actually a free unit on the Trials of Mana Collab that we had. The hit count is very similar to his, but he's no Duran. Obviously, he is a collab unit that is, potentially paid for or pulled with free crystals. So therefore, the damage output is going to be a lot more different than, let's say, a free unit like that. So with that being said, he does look promising as far as a DPS. Like I said, it only takes a couple hits to knock somebody in arena slash PV or guild versus guild. So I think overall he's going to shine mostly depending on how fast his attacks are, which I don't think they will be that fast. He potentially could do some decent damage in PvE, but mostly will shine in the PvP area, like I said before. I do really, honestly, the S special is very, it's not that great. So I believe it's only like 20, where is it at? 23, if I recall correctly? 26 hits. Yeah, 26 hits, but it does have a really cool animation. The voice acting is awesome as usual. At the end of the day, man, going for who you like during this collab is going to be the best thing for you, whether it be him or Diaz. Honestly, they both look amazing. We also do have a lot of great characters returning from the collab with Lenneth, Claude, Reyna, and Claude, Reyna, Lenneth, and Freya. Can get her out. So we do have some great opportunities to get other units, and they're still very meta in the game. And PvE specifically, we have Reyna. You have Claude. It's a great PvE unit. We have Freya. Is still a really good mage. Very cool animations and whatnot, but honestly, it's still, even a year later, the amount of value in this collab is still very high, whether or not you go for him or if you want to go for Claude. We are getting a unit ticket. I recommend that you save that unit ticket. Again, save the unit ticket until all the collab tickets have been released. Therefore, make your decision on who you want. Of course, we had discussed Reyna being the first pick you should choose automatically because support over DPS any day. The second I would probably go with is Claude, and the third I'd probably go with Lenneth, and then finally, if you're missing a mage, Freya over Lenneth. If you're not missing a mage, Lenneth over Freya. It's very simple. Or if you're missing the Arks, go for the Arks. Arks are pretty good. Nothing too crazy that you're missing out on, especially in the PvE area. So, that's just my output on that. So going over his traits, again, we have Veteran Warrior when equipped with only one weapon. So only one weapon should be equipped at him at all times. Mostly it's going to be sword. Skill and special damage is plus 30% and a 120k cap. So that's actually a huge cap. But again, he has a small amount of hit count. So that's where he kind of the damage diminishes a little bit there. When skill attacking bosses, if damage is cut by attribute resistance, there is a chance to ignore resistance to deal damage. So pretty cool. That's always good, but again, it is a chance to ignore resistances. So, but honestly, I feel like he's going to be doing, and again, that is just skill, right? That's not boss. It's not, what is it? It's not specifically on a boss or a certain wave. So it is very good to know that that could potentially be very useful in PvP as well. On boss waves, you do get an HP plus 30% and SCR plus 50%. For the trait 2, we have innate talent. We have when using a skill can't be interrupted by most attacks, so he does get super armor, which is very nice. We do have damage to enemies, physical or magic attacking, countering plus 50%. Very nice. He does take more damage with magic, but that's not an issue. We can go ahead and help him with that. But physical attacks, special counter damage is a minus 50. So he does have some damage reduction for physical, special, and counter damage. So he might be a very good counter against Guile or 2P. We don't know what his resistances are going to be like yet because we haven't seen the full unit. But he will be taking more damage on the magic side. So that's probably his only downfall there. Well, yeah, it's not a big flaw, but it could potentially be an issue. But at the same time, I don't really see it. Like I said, we would have to test it out. So for skill 1, it's all going to be dark hits. We have medium area combo attack, wide area combo attack. So he's going to have to run up for these. So ideally, the best thing is going to be to close the gap with skill 3 and then finish off with the skill 2 and 1, especially for the PvE side. Final blast is powerful dark combo attack to one enemy. So only a single enemy, which is kind of bad. Really, you want specials to be for all enemies, but again, 26 hits to one enemy, not that impressive. But people really do love the animation, especially the VA being so cool. I definitely think that more people will probably use it just for that specifically. Going over the, let's see, we're gonna get right here to the skill part. Now, skills is it's a very large board here. Very, very good stuff, though. He does have a auto revive, which is very nice if your store is 50%. Also gets STR defense, INT, M&D plus 10%, both effects up to once per wave. Very nice. Anything with an auto revive is amazing, honestly. Especially I think he doesn't have decoy, so putting on decoy would be very nice too. Dauntless Courage, boost physical attack damage based on number of enemies, max 30%. So that I don't know what that scales on, because on PvE could be more enemies than, let's say, a PvP team, which is only 4, or depending on guild versus guild, where it's R1 is 1, R2 2, etc. So we don't know. I don't know what that scales off of right there. Battle start when an enemy's HP is higher than the unit's SCR plus 24%. Very nice. His HP does seem pretty high. Like I said, we don't have the stats in front of us yet until tomorrow, so we'll figure that out. Heavy Knight when only one weapon is equipped with one sword, special damage is plus 30 and damage cap plus 60k. So he's gonna have a lot of damage cap again. We're stacking more damage cap here, but of course you will have to be using one sword. Grimm's Dragon Slayer, he does come with a Dragon Slayer type effect, which is very nice. And this is where his additional damage cap shines. We have physical attack, it's special damage plus 50%, and then you also get an additional 100k to dragon types only. So especially if you're fighting a Bahamut and the Godforge stuff, he's going to do very well. I'm almost positive. We also have damage from dragon types is minus 30, so he has a little damage reduction there, but only from dragon types. More of a niche thing for PvE, really. Last thing we have here for specific skills is charge. Skill SCT recovery is minus 10, but only when one was equipped as one sword. Skill attack damage is 60k. No real condition there. The only condition here that you'll see with his unique skills is that 100k cap for the dragon types only. He does come with Fighting Spirit 3, Attack Up Max, Heroism 3, Morning Tide, Pose of Glory, Quick Trigger, which is very nice, Auto Haste, Auto High Protection, Grand Brave. So we have good protection. We have a good SCR buff, which is at 35%, Shockwave. And now we have a lot of the damage cap stuff coming up here. We have the two-handed sword boost, boost 4, mega boost, sword mega boost. So if you wanted to stack more damage, we can run sword high boost, sword boost, stuff like that. Let me see, what else do we have? I think we have others two-handed boosts out there, like 200 boosts 2, if I'm not mistaken. So of course you're going to be stacking all that as well. Dark High Drive, Dark Giga, Dark Attack Raise. He doesn't come with any crit though, outside of his two-handed sword. You get some crit from there, but he doesn't come with any kind of crit package. So maybe throw on a crit package if you feel like you maybe want to do some pursuit damage. I don't know. Like I said, there's all types of builds you can do with him. I'm not too sure what's optimal yet. Overdrive, favorite sword. That favorite sword's always great to have on any kind of single wield user. It's it's a big damage cap increase. Instant strike, also very good. Fair and square, which is unique that I mean, it's a very expensive skill, so we don't really like to pay for that one. So it's good that's free on there. Killing Giant 4 for bosses. Special breakthrough for more special damage. Dark weak point breakthrough, more damage cap. Awaken 2, which is very nice. So Awaken 2 will help them survive along with that unique skill up there with the HP hit 0. He gets an auto revive. Anti-type shield, very nice in PvP. And then armor mega boost. Again, it's a really solid kit. It's got all the defensive mechanics, also has a lot of damage mechanics. So this is why he's going to be a pretty decent hybrid. I definitely want to see what he can do. So yeah, overall looking really good. I think Diaz is more going to be non-attribute. And he's going to be more of a PvE unit, but I could be totally wrong on this. Damage cap for Grim is going to be looking around the 200 plus K. With Dragon, it hits around the high 300s, so or maybe in the low mid 300s, which is still really good. But like I said, the hit count is really low. We did kind of go over all that in the watch party, especially specifics on percentages and hit counts, and also damage caps. Like I said, it's going to be pretty high and it's going to be big numbers. And I'm sure you're going to see that during the demo that they're going to throw out tomorrow. They're most likely going to put in a dragon type for one, and they're also going to make him extremely weak to dark. So therefore you'll get to see like the big damages. And they don't build characters anymore, so you're not going to even see the full potential of how much damage cap you can get from him. If you're a damage cap person, I definitely think he's going to be a fun unit. Of course, if you're a big fan of him, then definitely go for him. Hopefully you get him on tickets so you don't have to spend a single thing on him. Moving on to the E6 part, because his E6 is actually very important too. E6 gives him so much more damage cap from here. So we have single wield, gives him an extra 15k. He has anti-type boost, which of course he doesn't come with any slayers outside of dragon, so you'll have to stack anything else if you wanted to use it. If you want to use it. So, but he also gets a damage cap plus 3k on that. If his armor is equipped, which it most likely will be, especially his paid being something probably really good. You also get defense plus 50% and damage taken minus 10. So damage taken is all damage taken. So that's magic, counter, and a physical attack. So very good to have that kind of stuff. I wish it was a little bit higher, maybe an additional 20 instead of the physical part, but it seems like he's more aimed towards physical reduction on physical hits and counter hits. So you will have to build him more magical reduction. So physical damage is plus 30%, damage cap is plus 5k for a special boost. For LB limit breaks, we have 5k cap, but he is single wield, so you're getting 10k. Sword mastery as well, you're getting an additional 10k, so you're getting 38k specifically from his E6. Very, very good. Physical attack damage minus 20. Like, again, I wish that was just all damage, but of course we'll take the physical if necessary. So not bad. Going to the last part, which is going to be the Ark. Now the Ark is actually beautiful art as usual, Adis. They do such a good job on the Ark. Very nice. It's it's a nice piece to have. Honestly, this is a great Ark. Not only does it have a decent trait, but also some very useful skills. We have dark physical damage plus 25%, damage cap plus 2k. After battle, we receive 100% XP. Now, the reason why this is so good is before that, because you only had Granitus. So you had a friend list full of Granituses just to kind of get through all the leveling up stuff, which is actually not that difficult, right? This is going to kind of... it's a quality of life upgrade. Therefore, you only need to run the unit and this Ark, and you will not have to run additional support. So therefore, Granitus becomes kind of a niche thing because he's not he's not very good in PvE. So he's more of a PvP unit. And now that we're not using him for the XP, if you pull this Ark, I get it. Yeah, you won't be seeing so much use of Granituses, which is fine. So I can finally change my unit on my support, because I believe I think I changed it. I'm running melee for fun, but I used to run Granitus all day for people. Battle start when unit is only god type ally. When unit is the only god type ally, allies SCR-9T. That's actually pretty cool, honestly. If you're just trying to do some niche stuff with SCR-9T, it's not bad. For learnable skills, we have Impress Massacre. When unit is close to death and uses a skill damage is plus 30. Damage cap plus 15k. When equipped with only one weapon, damage cap is 30k instead. Really cool in these situations. I don't know how long that's going to last, honestly, when close to death. There's so many ways of, AI revive. I mean, it heals you pretty quickly. If it was a buff, that'd be different. Like a buff activates when you're close to death. This would be kind of cool, but it doesn't say anything about a buff. It just says and uses a skill. So when you're low health and use a skill, we don't even know what that percentage is on how low your health has to be. It just says 15k cap with dual wield pretty much and single wield to 30k. So testing on that would be pretty easy. And it's probably going to be high SC count and probably be really hard to hit. I mean, honestly, it might be kind of a dead skill. I don't know. We'll see. Shadow Raid. This is actually really great. We're finally starting to get some attribute damage buffs. So really cool. You get a dark attribute damage buff, plus 20% at battle start. It's called Shadow Raid. Very nice. Sorcerer Buster. This is going to give physical attack, special counter, and anti-sorcery type. Very nice. We always love to have sorcerer, any kind of busters really. Sucks that it's going to be specifically on an LR. So if you're going to want this, yeah, honestly, sorcerers aren't very hard to kill. Don't really see a reason to run this. It wastes the SC on it. But I mean, if you need it, you need it, right? Sorcerers don't really come with a lot of, what is it called? Defense again. I couldn't think of the word. It's late at night, guys. Sorry. But I mean, anyways, like I said, you could use it. You can't. You don't have to use it. But really, my favorite skill so far in here is definitely Shadow Raid. I love to see attribute buffs like that. We have Shadow Chant, SCR Evasion, and Two-Handed Sword. So very nice. These are all on regular arcs, so they're available to the public outside of the LRs. So the last thing we're going to talk about here is going to be the AER. Now the AER is very good in my opinion, and I say that because most of LRs is not that great. There's some really great stuff, but there's a lot. But it is really hit or miss with these LR AERs. So we had the Arc Ether reward for completing at 100%. This is a great piece of armor. Probably won't be better than what Grim's getting already in his paid, but still a very useful piece of equipment here. So physical and counter is minus 15, but you also boost defense based on how little HP is left, up to 40%, which is very, very nice. Also has amazing stats of HP 800, defense of 236, but the M&D takes a massive hit. Again, if you read his kit, he's not protected much by M&D. He doesn't come with Metis or anything like that. Let's see. But he does come with status ailment resistances on this too. So it's kind of a stacked piece of equipment. Normally if you see high stats like that, but okay, so normally it's a high stat all the way around, but I'm guessing since the M&D did take a hit, that's why they put the status ailment resistance. But honestly, the trait alone, usually physical attack, counter damage taken minus 15 is mostly what you would mostly get on a 6-star rating piece of equipment. But they even threw in a defense increase when HP is low, which is up to 40%, which is very nice. Overall, guys, this is a great piece of equipment. If you do manage to grab this, I would definitely throw your pots towards it immediately if you're needing some kind of type of armor. So overall, solid piece of equipment. I rarely ever say that, honestly. AERs are so hit and miss. But overall, that's actually going to be it. Like I said, man, this is going to be an amazing collab especially for newer players. Last time they had this was so much fun. We have Freya, Reyna, Claude, Kyle can go kick a turd, and we have Lenneth, and then we also have the two returning Grim and Diaz. So honestly, you can't lose here. Again, save your ticket for the end. Or whenever you're completely done pulling, do not use your ticket immediately. Please do not use your ticket immediately. That is probably one of the worst things you can do as soon as you wake up tomorrow. Going over Grim again, if he's a fan favorite, definitely go for him, right? There's no questions about it. But if you don't need him for your account, I definitely get it. Diaz might be the better option, just because if he is non-attribute, he will be so much more valuable in the PvE area. We'll find out next week what his kit's going to be. Of course, I will go over it and kind of give my opinion on it, but he's looking great. I actually cannot wait. He's one of my favorites. The sprite looks absolutely amazing. This dude looks amazing. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today. Good luck tomorrow. Enjoy the collab. It's going to be fun. The music, I actually can't wait to hear all the soundtracks. But yeah, it's going to be great, guys. So if you have any questions, throw them in the comments below. I'll answer them in a couple days or probably tomorrow, honestly, because I'll be on my YouTube playing Lost Cloudia with you guys. So again, guys, be safe. Have a good one. Good luck. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.